So Rocky, two more playoff-style games that the Stars had this past weekend against Omaha. How good was that to have more games where you guys had to deal with adversity and fight back from being down a couple of times?
I think it's great for us. You know, we know that when you play Omaha, records don't matter. It's an old, long-standing rivalry against two great organizations, and you know they were competing. That was their playoffs, and they wanted to beat us and put us in a tough spot when it comes to positionally for the playoffs, and we wanted to make sure and continue to push for that bye in the second round. So, you know, we were down a few times throughout the course of the weekend. Our guys just stayed calm and composed and managed to come back and win both games.
A lot of your stars really came out this weekend. That was something a few weeks ago we talked about, and it was just huge to see that this weekend. Who in particular maybe stood out the most amongst the guys with big performances this weekend?
I think Antonio had a great weekend. Obviously, you go and you look at those two big power play goals on Saturday, but I thought he played one of his best games of the year on Friday. He was defensively responsible. He was breaking pucks out. He was making plays, and I don't think he was on the score sheet. So it's kind of funny how that works, but you know, it just shows you how valuable the little things are when they don't always show up, but they help you win games. And you know, you can look to the other guys as just being reliable, whether it's Tanner or it's Mason or it's Doug or it's Boston. You know, those guys have been productive all year long. Brendan Ali has been a great spark plug for us. Jared Mangan's having a great second half of the year, and the list goes on. There's so many guys that are contributing, that are doing good things, and that's why we're having success.
You guys were 0 for 7 on the power play in the first 5 periods of the weekend, before then scoring 3 goals in the third period on Saturday. What adjustments did you see the guys make on the ice that led to all those goals?
Urgency. You know, we didn't have urgency on our breakouts in the first 7 or 5 periods of that weekend. I thought we were complacent going back to get pucks. I thought we were complacent when we were moving our feet, even in the offensive zone, which led to a shorthanded goal. We don't give those up. That was only the third one we gave up all year, so that was frustrating. But you know, when the chips were down and we needed it, those guys really elevated their game and relied on their training and were able to tie the game for us.
Tanner Ludke had another big weekend. He's got 4 goals in the last 3 games. He's now tied for 6th most goals in a Star single season. What does that mean, just having a guy like that who's been able to put the puck in the net regularly all year? Tanner's
in the right spot at the right time all the time, and it's because his hockey IQ is so good, and you know, his skating has really come a long way from the beginning of last year to where it is now. He's still got to continue to work on that, but he's able to get to his spots, and he's smart, so he knows where he needs to be, and he's got a great shot. That's another thing that has really developed in Tanner's game, is his release and getting his hips around and being prepared to score goals.
Taking on Fargo this weekend. This is a team who, we've talked about all of these close games. It's been another team. The 2 games up there back in mid-February, both a couple of 1-goal contests. They've been in a little bit of a slide recently. You've got to imagine they're going to be fired up this weekend.
Well, both teams are going to be fired up, you know, and we have a tremendous amount of respect for that organization. They do a great job, but we want nothing more than to beat them. And we've got, you know, they've got some goals in mind this weekend. We've got some goals in mind this weekend. We want to not only continue to improve our standings from a playoff perspective, but we want to be spoilers, and we want to make sure that you know, they don't reach their goals this weekend. And so we're going to focus on what we do. We know we're going to a hostile environment, but we'll be prepared and ready to go.
So Tyler, game number 200 in your USHL career coming up for you this coming weekend. What does that mean for you when you hear that? Because that's a significant milestone.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've played a lot of games this league and I've had a lot of experiences. I think it just means, you know, I've gone through a good amount of adversity and I've found a way to pull through and, you know, just keep playing.
It's something that I believe I saw it was only 25 or 26 other people have ever done that. Was that something that you look at and you go, it's nice to be kind of in that same kind of breath?
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice to be in that same kind of breath. Not a lot of players have done it. I definitely didn't, you know, expect to come into the USHL and play 200 games, but that's just, you know, where we are and, you know, kind of how my development has gone. But I think it's cool to, you know, have a little something, a little bit of a, I don't want to say record, but just a little acknowledgement on my USHL career.
How has playing in this career been so big for your development? What has it meant to you?
Yeah, just being in this league, being so good, and coming in so young, I think that I've gone through a lot of adversity, and I've gone through a lot of things that not everyone has gone through, and every single thing has made me better, and just made me more of a better player and a better person, and I'm just excited to be in this league still.
Shifting back to this past weekend, though, you guys take down Omaha in 2 exciting games. You've gotten to see a lot of these types of games that have been these tight contests. You've been a part of them. How exciting was that to be part of those and get the win both nights?
Yeah, that was very exciting. Omaha is one of our rivals. I know it's a newly discovered rivalry for me, but they're fun games, and there's a lot of passion out there. It was just nice. We had a really good game on Friday, and then battled back a little bit in that third period on Saturday, which was nice for our confidence, and just our ability to win games has been good recently, and that's just exciting going into playoffs.
You had to rally a bit in both games. What did that mean for you guys to be playing that type of playoff style hockey already that you got it done? Yeah,
I think we've been playing playoff hockey for a while now here, and it just shows that we can win games. Like, that's ultimately what it's going to come down to, and we've gone through our process the entire year, and kind of just have a good foundation for what's going to bring us success, and we've been able to pull through in those past 2 games this weekend.